Nothing says unprofessionalism like poor audio. Fix that by picking up the Rode VideoMic Pro for your smartphone or your DSLR today. Affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the MundaneChats channel, and VidCon was last week. VidCon is the ultimate gathering of YouTubers in the United States, at least. They have other gatherings across the world, and it was a grand time. There was some other bullshit involved, clearly, but it was a great time and one that I truly cherish and one that I can't wait to go back and do again next year. I got to meet with other people that I know. I got to collab on a couple things, and it was a great time. But it also really kind of reminds me why I do this job is because I love what I do. But there's always been a huge black mark on YouTube as a whole, and that does come from pranksters. People who do these really kind of crazy videos, extreme stunts in order to get the most views, and it can lead to someone, well, getting killed. And if you've already read the headline of this article, you know what I'm talking about here. A pregnant teenager killed her boyfriend in a YouTube stunt gone wrong. There's no better way to describe that. This is literally one of those moments where you want somebody, a third party there going like, "Ein Minuten bitte. This seems like a horrible idea. You may not want to do it," because maybe a life could have been saved. So a 19-year-old Minnesota woman has been charged with second-degree manslaughter after she fatally shot her 22-year-old boyfriend in the YouTube stunt. Second-degree manslaughter is no joke. No manslaughter charge is a joke, but this is where it's like, holy shit. Now, Monalisa Perez was charged with the killing of Pedro Ruiz III on Wednesday, 2 days after she shot her boyfriend in the chest at close range outside their home in northwest Minnesota. Yeah. This is, again, YouTube always trying to one-up each other. I fucking can't stand that with some of these channels. And I get it. You're always trying to be better. You're always trying to be bolder. You're always trying to be more, I guess, in people's faces on certain things, depending on the type of videos you make. But we've all been kind of waiting, right? Like for something like this to happen. Not in a good way waiting, but just kind of like waiting after all the shit that we've seen. Now, Perez, who was heavily pregnant with the couple's second child, was released from jail on Wednesday afternoon after posting the $7,000 bail. Police received a call from Perez on Monday to say she accidentally shot her boyfriend in the chest with a .50 caliber fucking pistol while making a YouTube video. 50 caliber pistol, Jesus fucking Christ. Why would you do a .50 caliber pistol? Like a 22, he probably would be alive, right? Like, but a 50 cal? My God. Okay, so according to the court documents, it says here, Perez reported that Pedro Ruiz III wanted to make a YouTube video of her shooting a book, and he believed that the book would stop the bullet. Monalisa Perez pointed out cameras and stated that the entire incident was recorded, which will either help her or it will condemn her, one way or the other. If she's got him on, we'll get to that here in a second. Perez told officers that her boyfriend had been urging her to partake in that video for a while and showed her a different book that he had shot in which the bullet hadn't gone all the way through to convince her. Because that total vote of confidence right there, right? That total vote of confidence. That whole, hey baby, you wanna do a good video? You want to shoot me while I'm holding a book? Here's this other book I used that clearly didn't have a problem. So just why not reuse that book? Just flip it upside down and point, you know, I'm just saying it's like to trick her into that, like, and I think he did trick her into that too. She's definitely not without blame here. I'm not saying that at all. But to convince her to do it, he had to have laid out the case and say, like, look, this is totally safe. I've tried this already. Let's do this. But my question is, and if someone would have gone to me with that information, I would have been like, did you film it? Because I want to see it. I want to see how far away you were. I want to see what the wind conditions were. I want to see what time of day it was. I want to see everything. Because if we're going to recreate this precise scenario, I need to know all of the relevant details. And I don't think she did that. I think he said, hey, baby, look, I shot this book. The bullet didn't go through. It's going to be great. Let's do it. It will make us $1 million. We'll be able to raise our kids. Because that's the motivation here. Let's be fair. That's utterly the motivation. That is absolutely the motivation. It is trying to do something so bold, so crazy, so nuts. You get lots of views, lots of subscribers, and lots of money. Even though given the current situation with YouTube and the demonetization of those kind of videos, the likelihood of it actually getting monetized long enough to earn a decent amount of money is probably slim to none. Especially if the word gun, 50 caliber, anything else would have been in the title. That's the sad thing here. That's the real sad thing here. A dude is dead because he was trying to do a get-rich-quick video in the time when you can't do those videos anymore. Because they're not going to be allowed to be monetized. That's the saddest part about this. So on Monday, hours before the shooting, she had tweeted about the upcoming video to say she and Pedro were probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever, pun intended. His idea, not mine. And that's the idea. That's going to be the entire defense is going to rest on that. Is going to rest on that. Now, if there's any kind of documentation, text messaging, recorded content, anything of Pedro saying like, baby, this is my idea. Do it for me. Do it for us. Do it for our kids. Then that's going to be able to come into play with the second-degree manslaughter charge. She'll probably, hopefully have that stuff recorded, but she did pre-tweet that out, so that does kind of give a little bit of wiggle room with the defense to be able to work off that narrative. And it's one that if he did, in fact, push her to do it, then while I feel she should be held responsible, I don't know, maybe... I just want it to be a warning. Some people out there are going to be like, throw the book at her. It's an accident. It wasn't intentional. She thought it was safe. She was, and I don't want anyone taking myself out of context on this one. It's a horrible thing that happened. 2 kids are going to be without a father over a get-rich-quick scheme on YouTube to make money, and it's sad as shit. But it's like that's something she still has to live with. An accident gone horribly wrong. So, to finish up here, it says, Perez shot Ruiz from about a foot away, while he held a hardcover encyclopedia to his chest. Ruiz was declared dead at the scene by medical personnel. 2 cameras that recorded the incident were taken into police custody as evidence, and the footage will not be released to the public at this time. Perez has a 3-year-old daughter and is expecting a second child in September. Both with Ruiz, the felony charge carries a maximum 10-year prison sentence. 10 years. I don't think she'll get it. I think they're going to probably, because of everything else, the surrounding it, like it wasn't intentional, it was an accident. Granted, gross negligence across the board, everything else. I feel bad for the kids. Because that's horrible for them. But they're probably not going to give her the full amount of time. And I don't think they should give her the full amount of time. 10 years feels like a lot for an accident. But definitely like community service, definitely talking about public safety. I mean, I would put her on like a speaking tour, like non-paid speaking tour, but like make her go around to like film schools and or other go to elementary schools or middle schools where kids are going to be doing this kind of stuff because they watch this kind of stuff. They want to recreate this kind of shit and be like, this was where we made a mistake. This is what happened. And then make her teach that to other people, and in the process have to relive that moment. That's more punishment than could come out of actually spending time in prison, because it forces her to learn from that mistake by in educating and instructing others about that mistake. But a foot away, is that what he told her? Like, I was a foot away from the book when I shot it and it didn't go through, a 50 caliber bullet. Like, there is so much wrong here that even like trying to be empathetic and like understand it as a YouTuber and a person who makes videos talking about stuff, or maybe has talked about wanting to go and do some kind of crazy over the top videos and shit. Like, I understand the mindset. I get the mindset. And in that regard, I am empathetic, but it was like the lack of knowledge, the lack of preparation, the lack of any kind of reasonable voice. And the fact that that it was a get-rich-quick scheme, that it was for that, just makes it even more sadder. And that's the unfortunate truth of it, is that it was just negligence across the board, resulting in a horrific, tragic accident that's going to leave 2 children without fathers in an age when they very much need them. And this 19-year-old is going to have to live with that for the rest of her life, because she killed the father of her children in an accident gone horribly wrong. And all I can say that hopefully will come out of this is that people will learn from this and not fucking do it. There's controlled environments in films for a reason. And this is one of my biggest complaints about YouTube, is the fact that this shit happens and that it's popularized and that it's pushed. And this is only going to make it more famous, because this is going to get people to try it to see if they can teeter on the edge of death. Like when you go to a pool and you know it's ice cold, but you kind of like back your feet out far on the ledge to see how far you can hold your balance before falling in. It's a moment like that. And every time you try going further and further and further, eventually you fall in and you splash. That's just what happened here. Except you don't come back out from that splash. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. Remember, if you're going to make YouTube videos, by all means, please join in the fun, but be absolutely fucking careful and don't do this kind of stuff because it's never going to end well for anyone. But also, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back daily for more content from me. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.